like 4 weeks, right? So in the first week, the group number 1 has to present, right? Group number 1 has to take the responsibility for week 1, week 2, group number 2, like that we have to do the Zoom sessions. Now, what can we do through the Zoom sessions actually, right? The discussion on the previous lecture day is held by the relevant group. It means in the first week, the first group, right? So we have allocated 15 to 20 minutes for that. And then please note that, right? So this is actually very special. Please note that each member of the relevant group has to participate in the discussion, and each member of the group should speak at least 2 minutes in a turn. Now, when we take a lesson, right, there are terms, there are examples, there are a lot of things to be discussed, right? So everyone has to take part in it, take part in the discussion, right? And you can appoint a leader, right? That leader has to be very fair, right, with everyone. So leader of the group has to be responsible in helping everyone in the group, right? So leader can stay away without speaking, right? But not all the time, right? I mean, leader has to make others speak in the classroom. Others speak in the Zoom meeting, right? And now think it is a lesson, then group leader has to help in preparing. Now this comes for like one time for a month, right? Of course you can do it. It is not a disturbance then, right? So you can get into groups, right, as teams, right? You can work as a team once for a month, right? Okay, then members of the other groups. Now, this is the very special point again. Members of the other groups have to pay full attention to the discussion of relevant group, and no one can interrupt while the relevant group is presenting. It is very, very important. Now, think even sometimes, actually, when we present things, we can like purposely or like without knowing, right? Mistakes can be happen, right? If something happens, you can't interrupt, right, until they finish their presentation, right? Okay, so that is very special and important factor, right? You have to remember. And this is the main part of a Zoom meeting, right? And also next, right, ask for comments and questions round, right? So in this time, so 5 to 10 minutes allocated for this point, all participants are given the time to ask questions related to the discussion done by the relevant group. Now for other members, members of other groups can ask the questions from the relevant group members. Now think, for example, now I'll take my Zoom leader, right, Kiara. Now think Kiara is in the first group. So Kiara will explain you a definition, right? Now, according to that, if you have a question, you can ask from Kiara. If Kiara knows, she will give the answer, or the members of that same group can help her, right? So, and also you can give your comments, right? And like, because we are having a limited time, you don't want to say very good, well done, right? Repeating, right? You know what's happening in the online sessions. You can just send a sticker, right? Because the time is very important, right? And then finally, summary and the conclusion, ask for comments and the inquiries related to studies. So this part is done by me. Ask for comments and the inquiries related to studies and extracurricular activities. Now, since we are having the meeting every week, right, you can tell me if there's anything, right, related to studies or extracurricular activities. And also, I have to, now my job as a batch representative to do this job. Forward the messages shared by Ms. Serandi, course director and module lecturer. So I'll forward the messages given by them, and meeting is concluded by the batch representative, Krishani Karnaratna. So that is the end. So thank you. Right? Okay. So this is what we are going to do from next word from next week onwards, right? And also there's another thing to remind you now. In each group, if you now tomorrow you can decide how you are going to divide the class, and you can help, right? Not like giving different, very different ideas. Of course you can share, but we have to agree with some points, right? And go ahead, right? That's how things are happening, right? So in a class that we have 40 students, there are maybe like 40 ideas, but finally we have to come to a conclusion, right? So that's the natural way, right? So now in each group, I told you that you can appoint a leader, right? So leader, if there's anything in the group, leader can tell me personally, right? If there's anything that you can't solve, and leader is a person not always leading and dominating mainly, right? So as I believe, right, leader is a person who always give hands to others, right? That's what I believe. And if you also, as I told you, there are 21 participants here, so there may be 21 ideas, right? It doesn't matter. You can go with your idea, but be fair all the time and be kind, please, right? And respect each one's attitude, right? Okay. And the other thing, now think, in your group, you can't tell something to your leader if you are having any issues related to lesson or anything, right? Related to our actually this degree program, you can contact me and you can tell me, right? Okay, so that is the end. Yeah. So if you have any questions, you can ask from me now. Yes, any questions to ask? And today you can share comments about this program.
Hello.
Yes, Shanika, hi.
Hi. Don't we have hybrid classes, Krish?
Actually, I told about it, right? And I asked from Miss Serandi, we will be informed, Shanika.
Okay, because tomorrow also I couldn't come. That's why I'm asking. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we'll wait for her reply.
Okay.
Krish?
Yes, Salama.
Yeah, so now for these group meetings, if we are unable to join, we can always listen to it via YouTube, is it?
Sorry, darling, I didn't get you.
Now, in case we are unable to listen or come for the join the meeting on Saturday night, we can always listen to the recording on YouTube, is it?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, lovely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else?
I was also thinking whether we really have to, I don't know, it's just my suggestion. I was thinking whether we usually had these only when we have online studies, because we do have a lot of discussions anyway during a physical class. I mean, as we all know, like we always have like a group discussion somehow, you know, we get into like within the course of the day, we get into like three groups, three different all three, you know, different people we meet and we learn. So I'm just thinking if this is something that we really have to, is it so obligatory that we have to be a part of, because it can be a little sort of a challenge when we all, you know, be very busy with school and work, and we have our, you know, stuff at home also. So I'm just thinking, I mean, how does that boil down to?
So actually, are you happy with this Zoom meeting proposal, Salama?
Looks good. It looks good, but the thing is whether it's practical.
Yeah, so actually that's why I told you, right? Each one is given actually once per month, right? So you are getting
Mhm.
one time, right? So that's why we divide our class into 4, right? So if you, now you learn the lesson, right, in the classroom, then again, if you can't explain it, definitely that's why we have to focus on the lesson. Now this is actually a degree program, right? So we have to remember, we should be able to explain the things, right? So, and not just a degree program, we are going to be teachers, right? So definitely we have to remember those things, and then we just do a thing like that, right? Once a month we just get together as a team, right? And once a month, about the previous lesson, we teach or we discuss, and you can be creative how you are going to do it in the Zoom meeting, just to present, right? I don't think it
Yeah.
will be a difficult thing to do.
Okay. Let's see.
And about the other meetings, actually that is of course not compulsory meetings even now. Like now think you are, when you are going to university, right, we are having study time, study sessions, so we can get together and study. Since we are having this pandemic time, when we are studying, if you like, you can ask others to join. That is not Zoom meetings related to this, right? That is like the meetings, or now in a hostel, if you are in a hostel, just you get together
Yes.
and work with others.
Okay,
It is
so
kind of a
Krishni,
thing like that.
I get it.
No, Krish,
no,
hi.
Krish.
So this is Afra
Sorry,
here.
so
I think Salama's question was, now since we have physical lectures and we
Mhm.
anyway discuss in class, is this
Mhm.
necessary? Am I right, Salama? Was that what you asked?
Yes, that's what I was asking for.
Yes.
It's, yeah.
Not
Actually,
about
I
the
it is
study
also-
session.
necessary, because now then we go through the lesson again, right? So when we remind the previous lesson, and it will be useful to others, those who are absent, right? So
Yes,
since we
yes.
are having recordings too, it will be useful to everyone, right? Now think, even if you are participating for physical lectures, if you don't get something, right, you can just go through the recording and just check, right, whether it is
Yes.
in the recording,
Okay,
whether
so Krish,
whether
there's
others are
another thing
explaining.
that's okay. And so now the attendance for this particular meeting, is it compulsory? Is it going to be assessed when it comes to our final grade? That is also very
Not
important. I
really,
wanna know.
right? So according to my knowledge, I don't know about that, right?
Okay,
Miss
so that means
Eranjit,
not very compulsory. Okay, lovely.
so
Thanks,
not
Krish.
compulsory, but we'll ask from Miss Erandi. I'm not sure, right? So we have to
Yeah,
ask
you
it
can
from
let me know then. Yeah,
yeah.
you
So
can find out and
Kiara,
let
do
us
you
know.
have any idea regarding that? So you asked about Zoom meetings, and I'm just preparing the structure. So Kiara,
No, so far she didn't mention anything like that about, like, compulsory attendance or anything. She didn't, Miss Eranti didn't mention anything
okay.
like that.
So
But I'll ask
now
if
this
you
is the
want.
question, Kiara. You have to ask it from Miss Erandi, right?
Yeah,
This
I'll
is
ask.
regarding Zoom meeting. Ask from her, right?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Krish.
Okay, you're welcome. Anything else? Any questions to ask? Okay, Kiara. So
Yeah.
if you have any questions to ask, you can ask from the participants.
No, I don't. So far I understood everything you explained.
As a Zoom leader, if you have anything to share.
Not really. No, I hope that everyone else understood what you explained. Rather than that, I do not have anything else to share.
Okay. Right then, so we have another 2 minutes to finish the meeting, right? So is there any volunteer to speak about a role of a teacher? Any volunteer? So we'll conclude the meeting by listening to that, if there's anyone. Role of a teacher. Is there anyone? It would be really grateful if you can add few words to the meeting. Okay, no one, right? So thank you everyone, and thank you, Kiara. Kiara, you can,
Yeah,
yes.
thanks, Krish.
So
And
let's-
thank you everyone for joining.
yeah. Okay, thank you everyone. Bye bye. Stay safe. Let's meet
Bye.
tomorrow.